Welcome to Talk the Line, a podcast from the Line of Best Fit, the UK's biggest independent website for new music discovery. I'm Jen Long, and every week I chat to an artist or musician about their deepest passions, interests, obsessions, or just a general theme that we can both agree on. Sometimes it's a detailed lesson, other times a friendly natter. You can check us out at thelineofbestfit.com, and you can follow us on Twitter at Talk the Line and me at Jen Long. If you like this podcast, please do us a favour and subscribe. Vanessa White was a member of British/Irish girl group The Saturdays for 7 years. The band sold 5 million records and scored a UK #1 single with a Shona Paul featuring What About Us. The girl group went on hiatus at the start of 2015, and Vanessa kicked off a solo career later that year with the Smooth Jam Relationship Goals. Her own music is far from the sound of The Saturdays. It's sexually charged left-field R&B, inspired partly by the music she grew up with in the 90s. And that's the theme of our conversation. Okay, so I think when we normally do these, we have like a rule that it's not on music. But I think when you said 90s R&B, and we have a mutual friend as well, and he was like, oh my God, get Vanessa talking about 90s R&B.
I love Blin so much.
He's such a love. Oh, he was just said that it's like when you start talking about it, you light up.
Oh.
And I was like, okay. And I feel like 90s R&B it's not just about the music, is it?
No, it just reminds me of like my childhood, and I think that's a lot to do with it actually, is what you were listening to when you were growing up. It kind of starts to be what you kind of listen to when you're an adult.
Yeah.
It kind of sticks with you.
But it just feels like it was more than, because you never really, people talk about 90s R&B. It's not like, it's like almost that moment that happened. It's not, people don't go like, oh, 90s, actually they probably do, but no, I was going to say like 90s indie rock and stuff.
Yeah.
But actually people do say that.
Well,
but I don't know, just with R&B, it feels like it was the clothing and the characters and everything about it.
Dance moves.
Yeah, the dance
moves.
So, I mean, is it something that you kind of go back to? Is it something that you still listen to today?
It's all I listen to.
It's all you listen to?
Kind of. I mean, I've moved on to trap though at the moment. That's kind of what I listen to at home right now. But I have my Spotify playlist that kind of just gives me songs that all sound the same, because that's what I listen to. So it'll be like 90s R&B, then trap, then like a bit of hip hop, and then back to 90s R&B. It's just a conveyor belt of all of those things.
I guess going back to the start's probably the best place to begin.
Yeah.
How old were you in the night? Do you have like a stage age that we're not allowed to give away?
No. I was born in 1989.
Oh, wow.
I'm 27.
Yeah.
I'm turning 28, fuck's sake, in October.
But then you would have, by the end of the 90s, you would have been like 10.
Mm-hmm.
So is it something that you discovered post-90s?
Definitely, yeah.
Right, okay.
But
so
when
you
I was
weren't
young,
there. You weren't there in the middle
No, I
of
wasn't
it.
there in the moment, but that's what I listened to throughout my teens.
Right.
That's where it all started for me.
Okay. So it's like a retrospective.
Before that point, I was like 3, because I started listening to music so young. It went from Celine Dion, who else? Like, I was listening to like Janet and stuff like that. But then when I got older, it was all about, I was listening to like B2K, which is this like R&B group when I was, about 15, obsessed, like whole bedroom walls covered.
What was your like in? Because when I was a kid growing up, finding music, you had to kind of work for it. You know, you had to buy your copy of Smash Hits, or copy of Top of the Pop magazine,
I
you watched Top of the
lived
Pops.
for those magazines.
Yeah.
Top of the Pops. I made my mum get me one like every week.
But you would have had the internet, because when I was like 15, I just had to use the internet at school because we didn't have it at home yet. And like before that, you had to go to the library and like get a CD-ROM.
Yeah, I had all of those.
Did you have that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did have the internet, but remember the dial?
Yeah.
So loud. When I think about it now, I'd be like, Mum, please, can I go on the internet?
And when you're on MSN, and then your mum's like, get off, I need to make a phone call.
And I'd be like, I never wanted to come off MSN. That was like the best thing ever. But then it was really bad, because I remember at that time, like, to get new music, or the music that I wanted to get, like I didn't really go. I kind of illegally downloaded, which is really bad.
I think we all did.
Soz.
We didn't understand. You're 15. You don't understand that there's a whole industry.
Exactly. And then like finds like all these like songs that I'd never heard before, and I'd be loving my life getting the blank CD out and then like downloading them all on. It was like a massive process that I can't imagine doing now. Like it's so easy to get music now.
Yeah, it almost takes the fun out of it, doesn't it? Because it's so easy to make a Spotify playlist and just send it to someone and be like, hey babe, made your playlist.
Exactly.
But back in the day, we made each other like mix CDs.
Effort. Like I used to, it used to take me ages, and I would really go in, like sit there, wait for it to download, and then once I had it on the CD, I'd be gone for like hours, like playing it in my room. Like,
Did you make like artwork for the CDs as well? Because I used to make a lot of CD artwork.
Oh,
Not CD, but CD.
I wasn't really a good drawer.
Right.
So, I mean, I did a few scribbles, but that's as far as it went.
Okay. Who did you make mix CDs for? Did you make them for your friends or just for yourself?
Mostly for myself.
Yeah.
But I would share the songs with friends. Like we would talk about it at school.
Yeah.
I went to a stage school, so it was very music orientated.
Which stage school did you go to?
It's called Sylvia Young.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I've heard of it.
So my group of friends, we were all into the same music. And actually, I just left them a minute ago. Like, it was still really tight. So that's good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What were the kind of like pop stars that you or groups that you listened to most?
I just remember being obsessed with B2K, which is the R&B group. Were you obsessed with that? I felt Mikey. And then Marcus Houston.
Well, tell me who these people are, because I've not heard of these.
Oh my God, there was a group of how many? 4 or 5? I mean, they're not around anymore. I mean, Marion still got songs out.
That you're talking to your PR.
Sorry.
Obviously, people can't hear him or see him, so it just sounds like you're talking to a ghost.
Sorry, I just included you in the convo. Just chatting to Mike, he's PR. He's with me. He's sick of me, actually, I think, by this point.
Who are B2K?
So B2K were like 4 or 5 guys. I can't remember, actually. 4 or 5 guys. They had so many great songs. I'm going to play them to you. Very R&B. Fancied all of them.
Yes.
Really hot. I used to buy this magazine every week. Was it called Word Up?
Word Up.
And they used to have posters of them.
Oh,
great, So then my whole room was covered.
So what's their biggest song?
What's their biggest song? There's a few of them. They were huge.
Was there any that I would know?
Should we play some?
I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can license the music.
And we see that sexy body go boom, boom, boom.
Oh, I know that one.
You know that?
Yeah.
You know that? They were huge at the time.
They were. Oh, sorry. I was too busy listening to Limp Bizkit or something, so I missed this.
Jojo. Do you remember Jojo?
The name's really familiar.
It's just a little too late, a little too wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, you don't know.
So kind of the sultry. Did you like the sultry stuff, or did you like the more kind
TLC?
of TLC? I mean, yeah.
I saw them the other day in concert.
So
they did a reunion.
They've reformed.
Great.
But without Lisa Left Eye. So do they have like a hologram or a video or something?
Yeah, they do. But very good show.
Yeah.
Very good show.
So when you're at home, you're 15, you're on the dial-up internet.
Oh, dial-up internet and in my room.
In your room?
It was either the dial-up internet or listening to the songs in my room.
Right, okay.
There was no in between.
So you're on Napster, you're downloading your B2K, burn it onto a mix CD, get in the bedroom. Do you think that informed a lot of kind of your direction in deciding to go to stage school? Do you have like dance routines and stuff? Because I remember when I was at school, I made up a dance routine to a 911 song.
How was it? Do you remember how it went?
I don't think we made it up. I think we just copied theirs.
Right.
They had a song called Body Shaking and it involved a lot of thrusting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I remember doing a dance routine at primary school, but then I started stage school when I was like 12, 13.
Right.
And then every Thursday and Friday, it was a mixture. You only did schoolwork from Mondays to Wednesdays. Then Thursdays and Fridays, all day, you did singing lessons, acting lessons, dancing lessons. It's like ballet, tap, jazz. It was intense. It was very intense.
Wow. So you did multidisciplinary.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so did you bring any of your R&B sort of influences into that?
I always try to. I think it was probably like the street dance classes or the jazz classes where we were allowed to listen to that because it was stage school, so we were always singing like musical theatre and
course,
so I always used to try and get it in, but I used to get in trouble a lot.
So, but it was kind of outside of your work then. It was like your hobby almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, making mix CDs, learning all the lyrics.
Loved it. And then I'd come in the next day and be like, have you heard this song?
So with your group of friends, were they all as kind of rabid for it as you were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because I think that's why we got on, because we liked the same kind of music, so we just kind of like stuck together. Everyone else was so like, la!
Yeah.
And we were a bit like, oh. So,
did you go and see any of them live with your friends? Did you get any gigs or concerts?
We
Party in the
saw, I think, was it, I can't remember, well, this is really bad. I can't remember if it was, my first concert was a Destiny's Child concert.
Oh, great.
Was it a Destiny's Child concert though, or was it a Beyonce concert? I actually can't remember, that's really bad. Sorry, I am hungover today. I think it was a Beyonce concert, but it was amazing. It was at the O2.
Oh, I always feel really bad for Michelle.
I fucking love Michelle.
I loved Michelle. She was my favourite.
She had all the great like middle 8 sections.
Yeah.
Killed it.
I feel like that they always gave her like the last verse, you know?
Yeah, there was always, like, she always had the middle 8, but I loved it. It was great. I'm here for it.
No, I'm just trying to think who the other sort of R&B stalwarts are from the 90s.
Who else was there?
Does Missy Elliott count? Is she
love
R&B or is that rap?
Rap, I think, right?
Yeah,
but still,
but still.
She had loads of R&B elements in there,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I loved listening to Missy Elliott. I remember sitting there once and writing out all the lyrics to one of her songs, which it wasn't a hit, but it was great, and it was filth, and I think that's why I liked it. Just the fact that it was so naughty, and I just definitely I definitely shouldn't have been singing it. Sat there, played the song, paused it, wrote all the lyrics down, and then I was like rapping it, and I felt amazing.
Oh, wow.
I know.
I can never really figure out what lyrics are a lot of the time. Do you know when you're listening to songs?
I always make them up, and then I sing them, and I'm like, that obviously doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, except for Flimmy Fang which obviously doesn't make any sense.
No, is that actually what it is?
I have no idea.
I still don't know what that is. I'm gonna go with it though.
What is your Flimmy Fang
What is that?
I don't know.
No, I still sing that.
What do you think characterises 90s R&B as the kind of like musical aesthetic, as the sound of it? Is it like the kind of like really staccato-y slick beats, or is it, because there's a lot of space in those songs?
Yeah, I quite like that, and I feel like you know, when I was in the Sats and when we used to sing our songs, massive choruses and stuff like that, and I thought a lot of R&B music is you didn't have really big choruses. It was still quite laid back and just cool.
So cool. Are there like 90s R&B nights now that you can go to?
Oh my God, take me.
There must be.
I think they're very rare though.
Really?
I do love it. When was the last time I went to an R&B night? Oh, I did find an R&B room at this club called High, which used to be Space in Ibiza.
Yeah.
Wasn't the same though.
No. That's a new club, right? It's huge.
Yeah. Amazing.
Really? You just got back from Ibiza?
Amazing. Yeah.
So that's why you've got a 3-day hangover and you need some vegetables.
I thought it was going to be over today, but today it's still quite fuzzy.
So when you're in what's it called, High?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went 2 days in a row.
You went 2 days in a row.
Well, I don't know why I did that.
Oh my goodness.
I should have moved on, but yeah.
Was it the same club night 2 days in a row?
No, different club nights, but don't ask me who was playing because
Right, yeah.
no idea.
So the R&B room.
Amazing though.
Yeah. What sort of tracks were they playing? Was it like new R&B, or did they have like the old?
No, it was a few old R&B, but then it was like it was a very small room. In this room, it's actually, I only found out afterwards, is the toilet.
Oh yeah.
But at the time, I didn't clock this at all. Like I clocked it, there was toilets next to it, but I just was like, oh, that's cool. They've got toilets in like the room.
Yeah. So should we go? Maybe if we look through like a playlist and you can pick out the ones that mean like the most to you
from the 90s.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I've got my phone. You can jump.
Do you remember
on Spotify.
Tamia as well? Tamia, loved her. I can't even remember what she sung though now.
This one's got like 65,000 followers.
Oh my
so
God,
it
it's
must be good.
Usher.
Okay,
That
tell me
Confessions
about
album.
Usher. I never really got into Usher.
No, I loved him.
Yeah?
I loved him.
What is it about
I think
Usher?
it was the Confessions album that I was like, every single song on it, I remember running to Tesco to get a CD. And every single song I was like obsessed with. Like normally when I listened to an album, well back then anyway, I would like play it for like, I don't know, 10 seconds. And if I loved it straight away, I'd listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then I'd pick out like what my favourites were. But on that album, it was like every single song. And because it told such a story, I was like so intrigued.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was it about Usher then? Is it the choruses, the songwriting, the lyrics,
everything was so spot on,
and his style.
And like I would like listening to everyone that all his little riffs, and I'd sit there and learn all of them.
Yeah,
I was obsessed. SWV the Weak.
Who's that?
Get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. Tune. Sit there and sing that all the time.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
You definitely would have. You maybe wanna. Lauryn Hill, X Factor, amazing. That whole album is great.
What happened to Lauryn Hill? What's Lauryn Hill's story? Because I
actually don't know where she is.
No.
Where is she?
Did she go to jail?
I don't know. I didn't hear that. Did she?
Did I make that up?
Oh, I don't know any of this.
I don't know.
I just got into the music.
She had one album, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it was. That's the only one I've got.
Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, is that the one?
Exactly.
And then what was she in the Fugees?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wasn't she? Ready or not, here I come.
Oh, such a tune.
And then Aaliyah, don't even get me started on Aaliyah, obsessed. I was with Mikey the other day and we were just playing Aaliyah songs in the kitchen, just like...
Well, she died as well, didn't she?
Yeah.
Was it in a plane crash?
Yeah.
Or something? Did I make that up?
No, you didn't.
Oh, God.
It's crazy, imagine.
Yeah.
Like, so young.
And she was like a huge star at the time.
Massive.
That's crazy.
Beautiful.
What was some of her songs? Did she have one about
My favourite is, Rock the Boat. My favourite is this one called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Sing it all the time.
What do you love about it?
Because she was going out with R. Kelly, right?
Oh, God.
She was.
We've not even mentioned R. Kelly.
I know. We've not even done...
Where do you stand?
Where say that?
Are we allowed to talk about...
It was a bit off key though, wasn't it? But I was really here for it.
Did they get married?
They did. They got married.
Did R. Kelly get married?
I don't know what the age difference was.
She was 14, wasn't she?
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Thinking about it now. But that song was great.
Where have you watched any of R. Kelly's...
I know there's a bit of a madness going on at the moment, but I don't know anything
the closet
about
thing?
Obsessed.
Yeah?
So at the time, it was Choice FM that I was obsessed with.
Right.
Which is now Capital Extra.
Okay.
And that's the only station that I ever used to listen to. And they used to, like, every week they used to bring out a new chapter, and I'd be there, like, listening to the radio, like, ready, and be like, shit, what happens next? Like, yeah, that was really, I was here for that. That was great.
I mean, do you ever get any ideas that you might want to do something similar?
Oh, I mean, it's a lot of effort, isn't it? I mean, it's hard enough as it is writing a song. Imagine doing 5 different, how many? There was like loads, there was more than 5. Too much. But it was cool.
Do you feel like 90s R&B, it's quite American, isn't it?
Very American.
Really American sound, and like all the stars are
American,
US. What are there any British R&B acts from the 90s
I don't know if I ever really listened to any British. We've always had a bit of a problem with it, haven't we? Who was there?
I don't know.
Do you remember Samantha Mumbo? That was obviously pop though,
yeah,
as well. I really liked her.
Yeah.
Eternal.
Oh,
Eternal,
okay.
Great. What did they sing again?
Power of a Woman.
I don't know.
And Louise was in Eternal.
Yes, of course.
You make me feel naked. Undressing me with your eyes.
She's so hot. She's hot.
She's fab. What happened to the other 3 from Eternal though?
I mean, what does happen? I don't know.
They had that amazing song, didn't they, where it was like, yeah, 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 yeah.
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 I've just seen something that I'm obsessed with. Can I play it?
I don't know if we can because...
Pretty Ricky.
Pretty Ricky?
Obsessed.
Is Pretty Ricky the person?
It's like, it was a group, right? They, oh my God, they had amazing songs, like obsessed with them.
Who were they? Where were they from?
Like, they're American. I don't know where they were from, but they were like, they had this song, 5 in the morning. 5 in the morning, and oh my God.
Is it like 2 guys or?
Well, I don't know how many of them there were. I was just obsessed. So I used to download them as well and just sing it. I mean, that was also very filth, but that's what I was drawn to, obviously.
Another level. Do you remember them? They were British.
What did they sing again?
They had I Want to Lick You Up and Down.
Oh yeah, that was a tune.
It was a tune.
Absolute tune.
They had to change the lyrics to Look when they played Blue Peter.
I wanna look you. Oh, okay, yeah, I think.
Yeah, but I think it was actually Lick. They're quite R&B's quite filthy, isn't it?
Gross.
I mean, how would you describe like if someone's if you know if you were talking to like someone's mum and they're like asking you what sort of music you're into? I don't know. How would you describe, or like someone from, I don't know, another planet? How would you describe it?
I mean, a lot of it is very slow jammy, so I would say that. I think that would be it, really. Like, I wouldn't really go into the fact that it was filth. I'd probably leave that bit out. And just, maybe like love songs, really, aren't they?
Yeah. Slow jam love songs.
Oh my God, Genuine.
That's one guy, right?
Amazing, yeah. In those jeans, da 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 da. Tune. God, there's so many on here. Joe, I remember Joe. There's too many. D'Angelo, How Does It Feel? Sick. I was obsessed with a guy called Music Soul Child, still am. It's got the song called Love, which is a slow jam.
Yeah.
Very romantic. But it's a tune.
I mean, we can take all the songs that we've mentioned in this and we can make a playlist that we can stick up by the podcast so that people can listen to the songs.
Listen to the songs.
Without us not paying artists
I know.
money.
Who else? There's just so many. We could go on and on and on. Oh my God, do you remember that song, Nelly and Kelly?
Oh yeah!
What was that called again?
Oh,
Dilemma. That was my jam. That was my jam. Loved that.
and did you see recently they like did some website like BuzzFeed or someone took the video and zoomed in because they were text messaging each other.
Yeah.
But she was
it a pager?
Yeah, I think it was, but it was like she was texting off a like Excel spreadsheet. It was very strange.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
God. Remember back in the day with pagers, and I never really had a pager.
I never had a pager.
My first phone was a 3310.
God, what happened to Nokia?
Oh, I loved it. It was like, I just remember thinking at the time, like, how is it ever gonna get better than this?
Yeah. Oh my God.
What an idiot.
You're like, what game have you got? I've got Snake.
Snake. Love Snake. I sit there for hours playing Snake.
Oh, they were, yeah, and then you're like, phone's getting smaller. And now they get bigger.
And now they get bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a world we live in.
It's crazy. They'll get bigger and then they'll get smaller again. It's like forever changing.
God.
Oh my.
Did you have a mini disc player?
I had a CD Walkman.
CD Walkman. You never did the mini disc thing.
And I don't think I did.
Only
I had
lasted
this
about
like
2 years.
in my blazer at school. I had like there was like an inside pocket, and I used to stuff. Stuff my CD Walkman in the pocket and have like my big headphones out.
Yeah.
That would be me.
Did you have anti-jog on your CD Walkman?
Oh, I don't know actually. I can't remember.
Because it used to be quite annoying when you're like walking down the street and your CD skipped.
Oh, maybe that did used to happen. I can't imagine I would have had anti-jog.
No.
No.
And then MP3 players came along.
Yeah, I didn't have one of those either.
iPod.
I had an iPod.
That was the revolutionary moment, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was like such a massive thing. I remember there was this one girl in my school. She was like the first person in our school to have an iPod, and she had one with like crystals all over it. It was like such a big thing.
Yeah, because then you could put all the music that you'd illegally downloaded onto the iPod.
On my iPod.
And you didn't have to worry about track listing in all your
Sierra,
art.
I remember downloading and putting my iPod. Loved her.
What was her song?
She's had loads.
She had a big one, didn't she? She's from Atlanta, Sierra.
Yeah, I think so. She had this song with Bow Wow called Like You. I loved that song so much. Video's great.
We haven't talked about the fashion.
No.
Do you think All Saints count as R&B? Or they just
I don't know. They were pop.
They were
but
pop,
they were
weren't
cool pop though. There were elements of R&B in there, I reckon.
Because I really wanted their trousers. I
They're
liked
the They were so cool,
such
weren't
cool
they?
Fashion. The camo trousers with the pockets
Oh my
and then a
God.
little string
I had a
vest
pair
top.
of those.
Yeah, they were so good.
And you know, like the thing, like the little strings hanging. Yeah.
What were they for?
I don't know what they were for.
Just getting
There was
stuck
this
on cupboard
shop
doors.
in Covent Garden called Jungle. Do you remember? They used to sell all of the trousers. I used to shop in there with my friends.
Jungle and See, I grew up just
And
outside
Tammy Girl.
London, and we used to go. I was into my rock music, so we used
really?
to go to Camden, obviously, to buy
That's cool.
novelty T-shirts and large jeans.
Oh.
But no, the All Saints look was good. What Jungle? What sort of stuff do they sell in Jungle? Is it still going?
I don't think so. No, just basically all of those trousers.
Yeah.
Every different colour you could imagine.
What colour were yours?
I had a few. I had a red pair and I had an army print.
Oh, nice.
Pair. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Maybe I had a white pair as well. Who knows?
Bandanas?
Yes.
Bandanas
I think
were cool,
now,
weren't
did I wear bandana when I was younger? I think I did actually. I've got a photo. It's awful. Of me wearing a bandana in like shades. So uncool. And a string vest.
Yeah.
With a vest underneath. And my jungle trousers.
That's so good.
I mean, it wasn't a good look at all. I'll show you afterwards. I think it's on my phone.
What's the male aesthetic for 90s R&B? What do the guys wear?
I don't really know, you know. I never really used to pay a lot of attention. I mean, the guys from B2K never had their tops on.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
They never had clothes on. They had like baggy jeans and then like just six pack.
Yeah.
I was here for that. That was cool.
What were there any singers that fell outside of that I'm just thinking, were there any that didn't have a six pack? And
not that I used to listen to. They were all ripped.
How does that happen?
Everyone, like Usher was ripped.
Oh yeah, D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Ripped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there was anyone that didn't have their top off at that time. Could you imagine?
I mean, it's like JLS.
Exactly.
What else can we talk
They
about?
they took theirs off a lot as well, didn't they?
They always took their tops off.
They loved it.
They're a bit R&B.
They did. Yeah.
But it was very American. Do you think that rap has a place in R&B, or do you think it's just it's too? Yeah. But does it have to be like a kind of like pared down rap, something that's less rap and more like a sultry?
But sometimes on a lot of like rap music, you have like a really R&B like hook on it, and I think that's how you mix it up.
Mm. Was there any like left field kind of R&B that was? Because a lot of it's very pop.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to think. You know, like you get kind of like left field rap.
Field. At that time, I wasn't really listening to that. I was. I mean, what do I listen to now? I mean, now for me, it's the trap for me.
Yeah. How do you think those 90s artists have informed the people that? I mean, is R&B still people still make R&B, don't they?
Loads.
I think
it's school? Very, very. I mean, it's massive in America, but I think for over here, it's quite a small niche, really, isn't it?
But so many people are into like if you're at a party and someone puts on like No Scrubs,
everyone knows it.
Everyone knows that
song. Yeah, it's
loves
true.
it.
I think now you've got like the Clarnies. God, who else have you got now? Like SZA. Obsessed with SZA.
Who's SZA?
She's fucking amazing.
Oh,
she's like
SZA.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I didn't have to say it.
She's my favourite artist at the moment.
Yeah. What do you like about her so much?
The way she writes, it's so honest. I think her vibe, like the way she is, I just think it's very her, and it's not trying to be anyone else. And I think that's what's great about it.
I'm trying to think if there's like, because when I was like, okay, I'm going to do a bit of research on 90s R&B. Because I don't want to turn up to this conversation sounding like the mum that I sound like. Being like,
No.
I mean, what are the new cool pop stars doing?
I'm trying to think, sorry, I've got such a headache at the moment. I'm trying to think, what else am I listening to?
It is great that we're both quite hungover right now.
Are you hungover as well?
Oh yeah, because we had that massive party last night.
Of course. God. Join the club. Okay, this is good.
So I'm so spacey at the moment anyway.
What else am I listening to? Like, it's basically trap and SZA.
Yeah, but I was trying to do some research because I thought I need to bring some things to the table so that we've got a few discussion
I think we've covered quite a lot, But
the thing that I found was that every time when I put 90s R&B in, these talks are supposed to go on for like an hour, so we're going to have to pull a lot more out of our arses, I'm afraid.
For fuck's sake!
How long are we on now? I think I like the idea of us making a playlist at the end of this.
Let's make a playlist.
I think we need to make a playlist
of
all the songs that we've
like new
mentioned.
songs in with old songs.
Yeah, totally. So I was trying to I was like, I'll just, because normally when we do these podcasts, my research is like Wikipedia.
Yeah.
But like, there's not much out there on 90s R&B.
Really?
It's not
when you try and look?
Yeah, it just goes to playlists. Everything's just like people making playlists, but no one's really kind of like broken it down.
Yeah.
And I just wonder why you think that might be, why it's not more of a discussion about it. Because there's so many books about like 90s indie rock, which is what I am into. There's like these key texts that everyone has to read. But with 90s R&B, it's like such an important kind of time for music and for the direction of it, and so many artists have taken so much influence from that period. I just wonder why it's not discussed more in a kind of like.
No, I don't really think I've paid enough attention to really go into it. I get so obsessed with the songs and the music, it just like that's why I'm drawn to.
Maybe that's what it is, because everyone's just so into just putting the music on and putting it on repeat.
Yeah, like getting ready to it. It's like got a lot of memories of just being at home getting ready to 90s R&B. And just singing. I think that's where I learned a lot of like how to do like ad-libs and like runs. I was obsessed. I used to stop and pause songs, and that's how I learned really, just by myself listening to the music.
Is it true that you're like the Christina Aguilera of the Saturdays?
God.
That's what producer Paul told me before you came here.
Someone's written that on Wikipedia, so then like that always gets said, but I love Christina. I love her. But I'm not sure if I am.
No, I don't know. Well,
I don't think so.
It was apparently she did the high bits. And I was just thinking of when she did that Moulin Rouge one.
I was obsessed.
I was obsessed with that.
Obsessed with that. And then she did this other one that was like my standard auditioning song for every audition I went to after school, which was, it was called Reflection, and it was like the soundtrack to the Moulin
the
film.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing. Wow. I mean, I love that. That was like my audition song, and then she had all these like little runs at the end, and I used to just sit there and learn it, and then that just so happened to be like the go-to.
I just loved that Moulin Rouge.
That was great.
It was Christina. Ooh,
Maya.
Pink.
Hey,
yeah. Lady Mama. Lil Kim. Hey.
Maya. Whoa.
Walla Walla, baby.
Baby.
Moulin Rouge.
Oh, you're doing it in time. I loved it.
Okay, so we're gonna make a playlist after we finish this podcast. What do we have to put on on like your essential 90s R&B playlist?
Okay, for the essentials, we have to go for all like the big ones. So Moulin Rouge has definitely got to be one of them. I definitely think Nelly and Kelly.
Oh yeah.
In my head I saw the word Kelly, but I couldn't get the words out. So
it's just it doesn't sound like they should be
Nelly
said
and
next
Kelly.
to each other, do they? Because it just sounds like a really bad country duo.
It's like Nelly and Kelly. Nelly and Kelly. That's got to be in there. Music Soul Child has 100% got to be in there with Love.
Okay.
Usher, a song from the Confessions album. I don't even know what one to pick because they're all so great. But we'll get back to that. How many have you got? 3.
And when I edit, I'll
we'll
make
look
notes
at
as well, and I'll note down everything that you've said.
Have you got something to say, Mikey?
I was just about to say it was Confessions in the 90s as well. Actually, no, you said you were going to do older and newer.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That was 2000.
Oh, there you go. Stickler.
What do they call that?
The noughties.
Noughties. Sorry. It's really difficult with this brain right now. To me, 100%. Officially Missing You is my fave. Yeah.
Do you want to look at the playlist?
Yeah.
Again?
I mean, there's loads that I've listed that we spoke about before, which we can add. So how many have we got?
I don't know, because we've mentioned quite a lot as we've been
loads.
recording. We've got
like
loads
even
already.
J-Lo's on here, you know, and I was obsessed with J-Lo. Even though it was pop, Mariah. I mean, we've got to go in there, Mariah.
What Mariah song?
There's so many, there's so many Mariah songs. What were we singing the other day? Because I loved the album Emancipation of Mimi, but even before that, like Heartbreaker.
Yes,
that's a big one, isn't it? Classic. A video, great. Mario, Let Me Love You. That was a huge song. Yeah. I think also Bobby Valentino. What was it called though? Slow Down, yeah.
Does Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff count? Because they're doing a comeback, aren't they?
Really? I didn't actually know that. I didn't know that.
I think so. Does that count? Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff, or was that more? That was more.
You can.
Pop rap, wasn't it?
I mean, add it to playlist. I don't mind.
All right.
I'm seeing like Destiny's Child, Outkast, Miss Jackson tune.
Is that 90s?
Oh shit! Or is this 90s or is this early 2000s though? I think a lot of it's naughty.
Should we just be loose with it?
Let's be loose.
All right.
Gonna get loose. What else? Oh my God. See, this isn't R&B either, but that Kanye West, the College Dropout album, I think there's some songs on there that can definitely be added.
What was on
my
there?
Favourite album.
That's early Kanye, isn't it?
Yeah, his first album.
Yeah.
There was The Workout Plan, which is my favourite song.
Of all time?
Not of all time.
Oh, okay.
One of my favourite Kanye's from that album.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely loads that we can revisit from there that we could add.
I think we've got a lot to go on.
Okay.
Shall I just shall I email over the track list to you?
Yeah,
and then
I'd love that.
You can add in. You have some time to think about it, and then we'll pop it up when we put the playlist live. We put this podcast live.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I'm so sorry. I'm in this like fuzzy state. I feel like we got through a lot though. No, I still got through a lot of tracks. No, I'm trying to convince myself as I say that.
We got through a lot of chat, a lot of 90s.
Yeah, we did.
R&B chat. I'm going to go and get my Walkman, my CD Walkman out now when I get home.
Oh, I wish I still had mine. I have no idea where it is.
eBay, babe.
I thought you meant your actual one that you had. Like...
I still have my actual one.
Oh, see?
But you should buy one on eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nostalgic.
It is really nostalgic.
I've still got my cassette player.
Have you?
Yeah.
I don't have any of these things. Michael Jackson!
Oh my God, how do we not talk about Michael? Does Michael Jackson count? Because he was the king of pop.
No. Oh yeah, that's
Is
true.
that R&B?
He has some definitely R&B influences.
What about Janet?
Though? Janet, I mean,
She has to go on the
100%
playlist.
she's got to be on the
Absolutely.
playlist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, fab. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me and my crazy self.
It was really fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
Loved it.
Thank you to Vanessa for pulling her hungover brain out of hibernation. You've been listening to Talk the Line. I'm Jen Long and I'm off to listen to the Moulin Rouge soundtrack. Original music is by Seams. Subscribe for more podcasts. There's a new one uploaded every Friday, and you can follow us on Twitter for more news at Talk the Line. If you like us, please leave us a review. It helps other people find this podcast. And I'll see you next week.